Welcome into the Friday Betfred College Football Show. I am Drew Martin, breaking down three games on the Saturday slate for October 29th. Hopefully go 2-1, if not 3-0, guys. Another 1-2 week last week, so looking to get in the profits here. Got three games, one big one, two kind of off the radar games, and heading to the island with a full-blown degenerate special at the end, Wyoming and Hawaii. Presented by Betfred Sports. Betfred gives you more. First game up, not going to bury the lead, guys. The one big one, arguably the best game on the slate, biggest game on the slate, Kentucky and Tennessee. We're seeing Tennessee minus 12-point home favorites, 61 being the total. I like the Wildcats here, guys. I think it sets up for Mark Stoops' team. He's a defensive-oriented coach off of a bye week. Quarterback Will Levis. We actually might have the better quarterback for once in a Tennessee game going against them. Last game, 27-17, they beat Mississippi State. Now they're off of a bye week, extra time to prepare. Last three times Kentucky was an underdog. Actually, it's only happened three times, and they won all three, cashed them all straight up. They did lose one, went 2-1 straight up instead of against the spread. But really, the two losses they had, Will Levis, their quarterback, he was injured. He was banged up. He didn't even play against USC. That's South Carolina. And if you watch that Ole Miss game, that was back and forth, a great matchup. And unfortunately, it didn't go Kentucky's way. But Tennessee here, guys, I don't know. I think it's kind of like we're having to buy high on Tennessee. I don't really like it at all, guys. Hendon Hooker, their quarterback, very good in the Heisman Trophy kind of discussion here. But last time as a double-digit favorite, the only time they've been a double-digit favorite, they did not cash up against Florida. If you remember that, the Gators came through the back door. I think that situation sets up the same here. Remember, guys, talked about it before. A bad beat and a backdoor cover are not necessarily the same thing. Needs to be kind of part of our handicap here. And I think Will Levis and this Wildcat, defense keeps them in it. But even that backdoor cover plus 12, if Tennessee's up, let's say 17 points towards the end of the game, and Kentucky's got the ball and Tennessee's playing that prevent defense, and they let them go down the field and they lose the game by 10, talking about the Kentucky side, hey, that's on our side here, guys. That's a backdoor cover. We will put that in our pocket. So, hey, give a shout out to the sponsor for the show, Betfred Sports. Betfred provides the most personalized betting experience on the market, from in-person events with betting competitions, weekly promotional offers that fit your betting size and patterns, and the personal touch you won't get anywhere else. Betfred gives you more. Next game up, the most off the radar game, but actually this is the one I like the most here, guys. Charlotte and Rice, 2:00 Eastern kick. Both teams combining 11-4 towards the over. We get the Charlotte 49ers 5-3 to the over. And the Rice Owls, this is a team nobody's talking about, but they're 6-1 to the over. Really like their quarterback. First, need to bring up the head coaching situation. Charlotte fired their head coach, Will Healy, after giving up a bunch of points to FIU. So get a change here. It does worry me a little bit in terms of we don't know what we're going to get from Charlotte. But the fact is, guys, this is the kind of, theme of this bet. We're fading this Charlotte 49ers defense. We got a total at Betfred 59.5. By the way, Rice is minus 16.5-point favorites at home in Houston, Texas. And this Charlotte defense, number 131 in terms of total defense. That's their ranking in college football. There's only 131 teams in college football. They're dead last in both points given up and total defense. They've given up more than 40 points a game and over 520 yards per game. The one good thing they got going is their sixth-year starting quarterback, Chris Reynolds. He's pretty good. He did miss 2.5 games. So in terms of their, offensive statistics, I almost don't think it's like fully accounted for in terms of how they can move the football, because he's a dual threat kid, pretty good football player here. Not necessarily like an NFL type quarterback, but their offense can move the football. They put up points in the past, and their defense, guys, it's the worst in the country, both total and points scored. Rice side of things, this is a team that was kind of off of my radar to start the season, but their quarterback, TJ McMahon, he's pretty good. He went to Mississippi State, then to junior college. He was actually a wide receiver in high school, so a good athlete. He put up 300 yards at Houston, 300 yards against Louisiana Lafayette, and had 3 touchdowns against Louisiana Tech and 1 rushing touchdown. All 3 of those defenses are way better than Charlotte's. He has 13 touchdowns year to date. So this Rice offense, a team that has put up points in the past, obviously 6-1 to the over. I think Rice wins going away, but even more so, guys, 59.5 in 2022 college football. That's not even that high of a total. This one goes up and over. Charlotte and Rice over the total. Got Kentucky plus 12. Also wanted to add a little side note here, guys. Money line Kentucky Wildcats is plus 340 at Betfred Sportsbook. Risk 100 to win $340 if they go into Knoxville and shock the world, win outright. So plus 340 on Kentucky might be a look as well. I'm Drew Martin doing the Friday College Football Show here, presented by Betfred Sportsbook at Drew Martin Bets on YouTube. Also trying it for the first time on Facebook as well, Drew Martin Bets, and then at Drew Martin Bets on Twitter. If you're liking the content, please smash that like button. Feel free to comment below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. And give a shout out here to Betfred Sportsbook. Guys, if you are in Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Louisiana, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Washington, going to want to check out Betfred Sportsbook. All newly registered accounts receive up to $250 in free bets when you bet $50. Check it out today, Betfred Sportsbook. Last game on the slate, teased it at the top. Degenerate special style, 12 midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Not 100% sure what the time is in Hawaii. I'm guessing 6 o'clock. Not really sure. Let me know if you know the Hawaii time. But either way, Mountain West here, Wyoming and Hawaii. Cowboys minus 10.5 point favorites, 51 being the total. Going after this to the under, guys. Really like this one, 51 being the total, under Hawaii and Wyoming. Couple reasons why. When you look at this Hawaii Rainbow Warrior team, we got to remember they have a first-year coaching staff, and a month ago they had their bye week. And that's always when, a first-year staff can make changes. What's going well for the team, what's not. Well, defensively, they weren't very good. And since the bye week, last 3 games, they gave up 17 points to Colorado State, 16 points to Nevada, and 16 points to San Diego State. So all 3 games going under the total. We got that change there. Actually, 6 of the last 7 games Hawaii has played in have all finished to the under. So having that in our back pocket, going up against Wyoming here. Craig Bohl is their head coach. We know their offense not really going fast. Wyoming's more of that, ISO dive, look to kind of run the rock, play good defense. That's how they've kind of got a pretty good program there at Wyoming. Only one of their last 6 games have finished over 51 total points scored. Their passing offense, bottom 10 in the country, averaging just 150 yards per game. Wyoming is letting 28 seconds in between each snap go off the clock. So when you think about that, almost 30 seconds, they're not in a hurry and keeping the ball on the ground. You can see why they're an under team. Hawaii, talking about their bye week, they've actually slowed their tempo as well. Their last game, they let up 28 seconds in between snaps as well. So I don't think there's going to be all that many plays, to get a lot of scoring in this game. So love putting those statistics in our back pocket. So yeah, guys, 51 being the total, full-blown degenerate special here. I like it to the under. Wyoming, Hawaii, under 51. We got Kentucky, plus 12. Also a little sprinkle there, plus 340 against Tennessee, and arguably the game of the weekend, Saturday night in Knoxville. And then Charlotte Rice, going Conference USA style here. Definitely off the radar, 59.5 being the total. Like it up and over. Think both teams score. Rice 6-1 to the over this year. Last thing on Betfred, guys, provide you the most personalized betting experience on the market, from in-person events with betting competitions, weekly promotional offers that fit your betting size and patterns, and the personal touch you won't get anywhere else. Betfred gives you more. All right, guys, that does it. Hopefully 3-0, if not 2-1. Cash those tickets.